Okay. Hey, y'all. So I was having this conversation with my husband this morning, and this just popped out of my mouth. I love it when God does that. Some nice things just fall out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. So I said this morning, I'm talking about building our team and talking about going on this drive up to, we had something we needed to do in Wichita. So I'm like, I'm going to turn it into a business drive. I'm going to talk to some people. I'm going to, just tell my story. That's my goal today, is to tell my story to at least 2 business owners on the way there and the way back. So anyway, that's my goal. And so I told my husband, I said, it's like making a snowball. It's like you've got to actually take the snow in your hand, you got to pack it down, you got to form it, you got to actually make the snowball, right? And then once you make the snowball, you start to roll it, and if you get to that point of a hill, if you've made the snowball and you've packed it really good and tight, then once you roll it, it's going to roll all on its own. It's going to roll downhill. It's not going to be a problem. And rolling downhill, it's going to pick up momentum and speed. And that's where we're at in this business. That's where we're at that point of building the snowball. We got to build the snowball so that it will come back to, so that it will start to roll on its own. And that's the point at which I've done, like I've told you guys before, I think 8 other businesses. I'd have to sit down and really count it out. But I've done everything. In the 30 years we've been married, I have drugged my husband down network marketing MLM paths every year, if not every couple of years. And I did one really successfully, and I've done a couple minor successfully, but I've never broken into those leadership levels. I've never broken into the big money, so to speak. And so this time when I got in this, I didn't want to do a business. You guys know my story. I signed up my birthday last year, June 19th, got my product on our anniversary, June 25th, and started taking it, and all I wanted to do was lose some weight. That was it. I didn't care. I didn't know about anything else, didn't care about anything else. I was done with network marketing. I'd been stepped on and tromped on by other people and other companies who used my encouragement factor and my teaching ability and my skills against me. So, I was done, right? I was bitter a little bit, I'll be honest. And I had done a lot of forgiveness, but obviously not all of it. So here I am starting to lose weight, and then all of a sudden 7 days in, I don't have any hormone issues, like no hot flashes, no night sweats. That's a major balance of your hormones in just a few days, because I was having those pretty regularly, and I was losing a few pounds. So it's like, okay, something's different here. And I went on Facebook the day I ordered, like on my birthday, I went on and said, hey, I'm going to try these skinny drops. I had been taking vitamin shots anyways, and they were giving me some energy, but I wasn't really releasing weight at the time. And so I said, I'm going to try these drops. I didn't have them. I didn't have a result. I just said, I'm going to try them. And 3 people I know jumped on and said, I want those drops. And I was like, okay, God, you're funny, but I'm not stupid. So I went ahead and, let them in, got their drops ordered. And then all of a sudden they started having results with me. So we were building momentum. We were building the snowball. So that was cool. And so my husband's like, the second weekend, we get a paycheck. Literally, we ordered 1 week, and the next week we got a paycheck. I was astounded and floored, because that had never happened in my life. Network marketing, it had taken me months to finally build a paycheck, and it was, I think our first paycheck was like $37 or something. And you guys might think, well, that's no big deal, but it is when you've built other businesses, and it is a big deal. I'm just saying. So, if you've done it, basically. Anyway, so we started building momentum, and I started building the business side of this. So then I lost my momentum. I got offended. Go figure. And I had to work on some of that healing from the last business, because I carried it over into this one. And I was expecting and having paradigms that this business would be the same as my last one, and it is nowhere near the same. It is not the same at all. So here I am, like, working on myself and spending a couple months being gripey and complaining and feeding my emotion. I did a video this morning on leading, not feeding, and at that time I wasn't leading. So my customers fell off, and my partner that got in fell off, and my big paychecks fell off, because I got, like, the 6th or 7th weekend, we got a check for $450. You guys, that's more than I made with a team of 150 people in my last company I was in for 8 years. So that was huge to me. I had never made a check of $450 with a team of 150 people. That's a lot of people. So partly because I didn't know how to structure, but partly because their pay and comp plan sucks. You guys, we've got the best compensation plan out there. We pay 51% of every sale to the rep, not to the company, not to somebody else, to us. So it's huge. But anyway, side note. So I lost my momentum. I stopped building the snowball. The snowball melted. It went away. It said, see you again next year. And so I went into a little bit of pity party. And so then somebody said, just go get your transformation. I went to a couple events and they said, just get your transformation. And at those events, I saw people getting a transformation. I saw people losing weight. I saw people feeling better. And then, you know what was happening? Their business was growing. And I was like, well, that makes kind of sense. I got into this to lose weight. So I started taking the products. I started becoming a product of the product. And you guys can see the results. I mean, I've lost 66 pounds in over 20 inches. It's crazy good. It's amazing. And I've done the majority of that on this program. I had lost just a few pounds before I started, but I've released more weight on this program than any other program ever. And I definitely have never released over 20 inches in the last, that's since January 6th. So how much I've lost overall, I don't know. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about the snowball because the snowball melted. So then when I started being a product of the product in November, I got real serious about both the business and the health. And that's when I started to have massive results. I made a decision that I'm not going to quit. I made a decision that no matter what it looks like, I'm going to keep walking by faith that it's going to be what the vision is. And I have a huge vision. I have a huge vision for this business. I want to help 1,000 people in the next very short time span. I want to help 100 people very quickly lose 10 pounds. That's totally doable, you guys. Losing 10 pounds on this program can take a week. I've seen people do it. Anyway, so I started building the snowball of my transformation, and I started building the snowball of my business, and now we have some momentum going, and we have a tiny snowball, and we're still pushing it uphill a little bit, and we're still a snowball, and I'm still having to do the work. We're not at that tipping point. We're not at that pushing it down the hill and it rolling by itself yet, but that's coming. And so I just want to tell you, don't quit. Whatever you're doing, don't quit. Don't give up. Get that snowball made, pack it firmly, make a good foundation, and then roll it as long as you need to until it starts to roll on its own. And don't quit, because what happens when you quit? Someone else is going to come in and take the field that you've planted seed in, that you've prepared. Anyway, I know this is a little longer than usual, but you guys have a great day and be blessed. Bye-bye.